Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. Still have some clouds out there. We're on the backside. We're on the exiting mode of this recent storm system. Grand Junction, you've done quite well for yourself. We'll talk about those rain totals in a moment. Still dealing with some central mountain zones and southern mountain zones, showers and thunderstorms. That's going to continue through Friday night. I think most of the football games will be dry. A few of them that are in the higher terrain, the high country games, those are still going to have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. So keep that in mind. As far as the last 24 hours go, really we're just catching the tail end of those rain measurements. But since Tuesday, Grand Junction received over 1.5 inches of rain. That's a 3-day rain total. That's really good. No records for individual days, but 3/4 of an inch on Wednesday, slightly greater than 3/4 of an inch on Thursday. That all adds up. Montrose, we only registered about, between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch for that same 3-day total. Wednesday was our big day with 1/2 inch of rainfall. So as we get towards Friday night, we're going to still be dealing with some partly cloudy skies, still with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms moving over either location, Grand Junction or Montrose. That's in the immediate evening hours. Once we get past 9 p.m., we should start breaking up that cloud coverage. I-70 is opened except from 10:30 until 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. I-70 eastbound at Glenwood Canyon is going to be closed Friday through Sunday, so keep that in mind. Westbound traffic will be open. That's eastbound construction that they're doing Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., so keep that in mind. And then, of course, starting on Monday, if you're leaving Montrose going to Gunnison, you're going to be dealing with Highway 50 construction delays and or closures Monday through Friday from 8:30 until 5:30, so something to keep in mind. Let's take a quick look at radar during the afternoon hours. A lot of the storm motion, since we're on the backside of this system, the system is exiting to the east into the plains tonight. We're really on the western periphery of storms, and anything that does pop up in the north of any particular location will be moving south, southwest. So we could see a slight chance of showers over the Grand Valley in an isolated form. We have rain right now up on the Book Cliff, so we're going to see how that little particular cell migrates. Same with Montrose and Delta. We would be looking into the mountain zones to our east and to the northeast for any storms that would pop later. But the good news is Glenwood Springs barely has light rain falling right now. Do not anticipate a flood watch. But again, remember that closure is in place for eastbound traffic on 70 through the canyon. That's Glenwood Canyon. And just looking at the mesa right now, one little cell that's going to be popping over, crossing over Highway 50 in the next couple hours. So very isolated little cells. These are not widespread storms, so any one impact would not impact the other. And what I mean by that is if a storm directly forms over Fruitvale, for example, Fruita may not even be impacted by that. So very isolated nature, and we look into the Uncompahgre Valley right now, enjoyable. We're just partly cloudy skies, no rain. Looking into Futurecast, there's some snow that's going to be falling tonight along the Central Divide, some of those higher mountains. So if you wake up Saturday morning and head east, if you can, you'll see some fresh snow on those mountains, and it's been beautiful. It's a nice juxtaposition with the aspen gold and the white-capped inch or less snow that has fallen. Getting through Saturday, we'll see a little bit more sunshine. By the end of the day Saturday, I think we'll add partly cloudy skies to the mix. We should remain dry. We're going to get under a ridge of high pressure that's going to control our weather somewhat and keeping us warm and keeping us mild and dry. As far as highs on Friday went, the average high is 72 for Montrose, 74 for Grand Junction. So we wrapped up the work week Friday and began October with a relatively cool temperature forecast. We'll get some improvements on Saturday afternoon, not by much. We may only barely get to the averages for many people, but light winds, that's the expectation, less than 15 miles per hour throughout the course of the weekend. We should maintain drier conditions, but we are going to be watching these pop-up little storms just Friday night, and I think we'll be watching the mountain zone Saturday afternoon, and any one of those could drift over and ruin the forecast, but only in an isolated instance. As far as high temperatures go for Saturday, just little improvements. Some of us not getting to the averages, others of us getting to the averages. Mid-40s is the low average for Grand Junction, so we're going to go warmer than that throughout the course of the weekend and into next week. We do look at next Wednesday, and the shoulder is Tuesday and Thursday, Friday for unsettled weather, but looks like we're going to have another round of activity coming online Wednesday with good round of rain showers Wednesday and Thursday. But the weekend is going to be enjoyable. It's still a little soggy, still a little damp. I think a few areas may get some fog. The Gunnison Valley may see some fog again Saturday morning, but those lower clouds in the early morning hours, they tend to thin out or mix out, dissipate into the atmosphere. So that won't be around for long, but it could obstruct your visibility as you're driving early in the mornings. Montrose, same situation. We're going to spend the weekend trying to get our temperatures back to the averages, the highs. Low 40s is typical for this time of the year. So the end of the week and the start of next week, it'll feel pretty cool in the morning, right where it should. And then the afternoons, pretty close. We should maintain dry conditions, but again, the caveat is Saturday, storms popping out of those mountain zones. We should be dry by the start of next week, but right when we achieve that status, boom, we're going to be looking at this next round of unsettled weather, and it looks like the midweek is that unsettled weather with a good round of rain and subtle cooling.